you guys got banged up on Sunday, and also Jack Jones.
Yeah, so 2 running backs won't practice, neither with Jack Jones today. So next man up mentality. Get some of these younger guys some reps, see how I do, and hopefully we get these guys back by the end of the week.
What is the plan? I know the young guys, but in particular at running back. If you don't have your top 2 guys on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Amir, looking at Dylan, and then, we got Sincerity on the practice squad, so get them some reps, get them going. Obviously, for those who jump in our practice today, we'll definitely ramp up everybody else.
I know you're always comfortable with everyone on your roster, next man up mentality, like you said, but when you've got like Amir that's been in the league for a decade, is there an extra security there for a situation like this?
Well, especially in a game like this, because if you remember last time we played Denver, Amir had a really good game. They had some big plays for us, some great opportunities in the passing game and the running game, obviously special teams. But if he happens to be the lead back this week, feel really comfortable about him. I mean, he's an explosive player. He's a vet. He knows the system, very savvy. It's just making sure everybody's comfortable, especially up front and protection. Being keyed in on that.
What are you looking for the offense to build off of the success that they had from last week?
Yeah, I'd love to see the efficiency stay there, especially on 3rd down. Want to pick up in the red zone, and I'm going to go back to it. You want to see the running game get going. Just need that balance. Can't keep throwing the ball 40 times a game. It hasn't worked out for us for winning ball games. That's not our recipe for winning. So see the balance there. Take care of the quarterback, especially in a game like this where their defense is really good. One of the best in the league is sacking the quarterbacks. Keep guarding them free, right, and allow our playmakers to make plays down the field.
Yesterday, Joe Philbin was very complimentary of you listening to him. When you asked him, what do you think the problem is, and he talked to you about communication. As a young coach, what does it mean to have guys like him on your staff?
Well, that's why he was here. The role he was in, initially senior advisor, and obviously when we made the change, now as the O-line coach, he's seen it all. I actually played against, when he coached against me when he was with the Packers and I was with the Giants, so very familiar with his style, his approach, the way his O-line played, the way he coached the game, called the game. I'm sitting here upstairs, I'm always watching, and he's always talking and giving knowledge, not just to our O-line coaches at the time, but other players, other coaches throughout our staff. So there's a lot of wisdom there. He's a guy that's been a head coach in this league. He's seen a lot of ball. He's been through these kind of moments, so to say, where you've had change, and it's been very helpful to have somebody there that you can ask questions to and give you some feedback.
Do you think Ja'Cory and Bennett may have to practice today?
No.
This offensive line, the 5 guys that played last week, are you hoping those are the 5 guys going forward? And what did you see in film from those guys?
Those will be the 5 guys out there today. We need to keep it that way come Sunday. Just continuity. I said it last week. We've just been having so many different lineups in and out as far as with health and different things of that nature. It'd be good. Just watching them in the walkthrough just here recently, seeing those same 5 guys. Just when you got continuity, chemistry, all those words go together, and it really helps out. Not just your O-line group, but the offense, because you don't have these mistakes and mental errors that we had earlier this season.
You talked about leaning on Joe Philbin a little bit and that's why he's there for the experience. Are you able to lean on Marvin Lewis as well when you go through like a stretch like this where there's been some lean days and he had some lean days when he was in Cincinnati?
Yeah, no. Me and Marvin talk every morning at 6 o'clock about this, and I think the one positive, like you said, him going through that transition from coordinator then to the head coach of the Bengals, getting that organization up to where it was running. He had some dark days, and the one thing we talk about constantly, just keep working, keep delivering the message, don't stop, don't get discouraged. At times, you do get frustrated. Not used to losing 6 games in a row, not used to being 2-8. That's just not a part of something I've done in my life. But we want to change that around, and all I know how to do is work, like I told the players, and keep improving, trying to find different ways and moving pieces around so we can just get over that hump and feel what winning feels like again, because it's been a long time.
Antonio, with some of your corners nicked up, what do you want to see from DeCamry and Richardson in practice and potentially on game day too?
Yeah, just like what we've been seeing, really, be honest, in practice. And you've seen it in the game. He's been consistent, physical, been making plays. Obviously he's still going to get some reps on special teams if he's a starter. But now this is his 4th game playing a lot on defense. And you're looking just for that steady improvement. And he's doing it. And I think I've said this even back into training camp. This is around the time you expect some of your younger guys, your rookies, to really come along late in the season due to injuries or other factors that come into it, and he's in that role right now. And to be honest, he's had some good moments in games. He's been tested and he's been here. He's been in the right spot. And I think it's good sometimes, like I always say, when you take a step back and you watch for months or weeks at a time, and then you get the opportunity. The game is not as fast for you.
Dylan Alvey's a guy that's rode that little rookie roller coaster ride a little bit. What has he shown you behind the scenes and work ethic to still stay with you?
No, I was about to say the key word right there is work ethic, because he's a scout team running back there, giving us a good look. Obviously, we had some fumbles early on. Talked about that with the ball security. And again, here's a great example, right? Well, here's your opportunity. are you ready? And we've been talking about that. Keep telling our rookies, our younger players, you never know when your names will get called, your numbers will get called. And if it's this week, be ready for it. But I will say this, he shows up every day. He's in the building as early as most of our vets. He's prepared. He goes out to practice hard. He gives us good looks. Got a smile on his face, and he works.
You're not an excuse maker, but do you ever just take a moment and look at your injury list and think, dear God, can I buy a break?
No, this ain't a break season for me. So it's one of the ones you got to swallow and you got to take it. And obviously we'll look back at for all the reasons, right? There's been some non-contact injuries. There's been guys getting rolled up. Thinking about Cincinnati Bengals game, you get 6 guys with ankle injuries. That's kind of unheard of. Been having some bad breaks, but nobody feels sorry for us. Nobody feels sorry for me. You got to roll out there with 11 players, and that's what we're going to do come Sunday.
Going back to Dylan, do you pay attention to the reaction sometimes? I mean, he fumbled, and the playing time has been reduced since then. Do you keep an eye on how guys respond to those types of things?
Yeah, no, I do. That's probably the best thing I can do in the position I'm in because I get to walk around a lot. I get to touch the guys in the locker room, in the training room, strength room, things of that nature. And you get to just go up to them and just talk to them and just look at their eyes and see if they're down or they're out of it, or if not, you got to give them a little pat on the butt and say it's gonna be okay. But I always go back to when I was a rookie, and I always try to explain that to them. Like I went through ups and downs as well, right? So you hopefully play long enough in this league where you can make up for those mistakes. And the one that I've always said, and I just said it a minute ago, is when that opportunity comes again, don't let it slip through your hands, right? So he's a tough kid, right? He's from Long Island. He's got a little ish to him. So I don't really worry about the mental toughness to him. We got to go out there and do it in practice where he has that confidence in himself. I can believe in him all I want, but he has to believe in himself.
Is it important to like maybe you call a timeout on him or whatever? Don't throw away the key. But the key's not being thrown away.
It's not. That's why he's playing this week.
Right.
You know what I mean? We didn't put him in the barnyard. You know what I mean? We gave him looks, have him go against our defense, and we challenge our guys on the scout team. It's real football. Like, we're not giving a look and just giving up. Now, you run through tackles, you get the best opportunity you could, because I don't want those guys on the scout team forever, right? Or our practice squad guys. You want to see the elevation. You want to see the development of your younger players, the bottom of your roster, move up to the active roster and be productive. And I'm going to say it again, he has an opportunity this week.
What were your impressions of Bo Nix in the draft process? What have you seen from him this year?
Yeah, throughout college, winner. He was a winner as a freshman. He's a winner as a 6-year player. All he does is win, come in the league, won the quarterback battle there in Denver. Maybe, they were keeping him tight on the leash early on, and now they're not. He has full control of that offense. You can see that Sean Payton gives him opportunities to audible and make some adjustments. He's making throws. He's running with his legs. He's taking care of the football, and he's winning. That's all you can ask for from a rookie.
Coach, can you speak on the mindset of your players as they go up and face a rival after this past weekend, and then just the comments of saying, things like, oh, we're playing for pride, we're playing with our heart out there. Like, what's it been like?
Yeah, well, divisional game, we know these guys, right? We know them, and we had a great opportunity last time we faced them. 10-3 ball at the 4-yard line. Let's take advantage of this ball game and let's get this bad boy rolling. So we know, we talked about that today. We know, the good part about winning your division, the roster, right? Because that's how we built our roster, based off of what we face in our division. So we know about Sutton. We know Surtain. Now with Bo Nix at quarterback, you understand Sean Payton because he's been in the league a long time. So it's really understanding your divisional foe, how they want to attack you, and what matchups can we exploit more importantly.
I know you said you hoped Alex and Jameer could be back later in the week with the cornerbacks that you were talking about missing practice. Is there any prognosis on them for whether they could be back later in the week?
Yeah, we'll see with Jack and JB. They're still late. They won't practice today, but we'll see where they are later on the week.
You guys good? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, AP.